Hey everyone, I'm Rob. It's Sunday today, so that means it's time to sit down and chat all things ChatGPT and catch up with the news in the week. Big news this week as Italy is the first Western country to ban ChatGPT. So if you were in Italy a few days ago, you would be seeing this screen. Now, there are a few reasons as to why Italy is banning ChatGPT at the moment for its users, and that stems from data and privacy concerns. Now, we heard about the privacy and data breach that happened last week, and that was one of the key concerns for the Data Protection Authority in Italy. They cited that, the breach involving user conversations and payment informations. They also stated that there was no legal basis to justify the mass collection and storage of personal data for the purpose of training algorithms. Italy's Data Protection Authority has issued OpenAI 20 days to fix its compliance issues. Otherwise, it will be fined. The fine is around $22 million or 4% of annual revenues. Now, of course, I have an opinion about this and I'm going to share it with you. I think that this is a really good move from Italy and also in compliance with EU data protection because there are data privacy issues here. And of course, I'm curious to see what other countries will follow and if they do follow, especially in the European Union. But for now, I can imagine that sales for VPN services in Italy may increase this week. In other news this week, FlowGPT is having a prompt hackathon, and the top prize is $5,000. The hackathon seems pretty neat. There is workshops, there are guest speakers on how to engineer prompts, and of course, if you're interested in submitting prompts, there are different themes for you to submit to. So creative, ones regarding productivity, you can check them all out on the website at flowgpt.com, and I'll put a link in the description of this video. So yeah, go ahead, check it out. Keep in mind that submissions open today, April 2nd, and that they close on April 20th. So you do have some time. I encourage you to check it out, and very cool from the FlowGPT community. Exciting news last week, OpenAI has announced the gradual rollout of plugins for ChatGPT. And that means that the chatbot is able to then access the internet and execute tasks like booking flights, ordering meals. Now, of course, this is really interesting because we do know that ChatGPT was restricted to information from 2021 and prior, and now it can browse the web and execute tasks, which is exciting. I think that's super neat. It's like the plugins can kind of be the eyes and the ears for these language models, and I'm sure that we're going to see a lot more use cases and a lot more demonstrations come in the following months. And in probably the most talked about news this week, we saw an open letter be drafted and signed by many tech leaders in this space calling for a 6-month pause on any further AI development. Now, in this letter, they talk about the immediate pause for 6 months on AI systems more powerful than ChatGPT-4. And with that, people have had some comments. Some people are saying this is a step in the right direction when it comes to harnessing in artificial intelligence, and others are a bit more critical of people who have signed the letter, such as Elon Musk, calling him a space Karen. Now, of course, I think it's nice to exercise critical thinking here, especially in terms of breadth and looking at this issue from multiple perspectives. I do, on one hand, agree with some people saying that, well, a 6-month pause, that will lead other corporations to sort of fill in the gap. But on the other hand, it's clear that the rapid advance of AI can be a cause for concern. And it is interesting because Elon Musk on a Joe Rogan episode, I believe, like years ago, chatted about how he met with Obama and wanted to establish a committee that looks at society with the advancement of AI. In my own personal perspective, I think that this wouldn't be a bad idea just for us to take a step back and see, okay, what are going to be the fundamental shifts from the eventual use and integration of AI on a societal level. I feel like when we think about the threat of AI, we think about almost a Frankenstein complex, that we're creating a monster that one day it will wake up, its eyes will turn red, and it will run around the city lighting things on fire. Now, I believe that there's a lot more depth in the actual threat of AI. I think this will be stemming from the mass changes in social conditions around the world. In looking around and getting some different perspectives on this topic, I came across a website that I thought that would be interesting to share with you and get your reaction on. The website is called AIrights.net, and what they advocate is that when artificial intelligence becomes a reality, it will need to share the same rights that we grant other people, and sentience must be granted right to life. Now, I find this incredibly fascinating from a philosophical perspective, and actually don't really know the answer myself right now. I'm still sort of, generating my position on it, but I'm really curious if you have any thoughts on this, because, I feel like I need to watch like AI or whatever that movie is with that small child actor from the Ghost Whisperer. Oh my God, the Ghost Whisperer. That's what Jennifer Love Hewitt. Whatever. Anyways. Now, in some happy news this week, ChatGPT was accredited for saving a dog's life. Oh my gosh, look at this dog. It's like that meme. Get a load of that dog. Would you look at that dog? Okay, I'll post the link in the description for the meme so you know what I mean. Anyways, to focus on this, so there was a dog owner on Twitter that wrote that they consulted ChatGPT for an illness that their dog was having. So their dog was having bleeding gums and some anemia, and they went to a vet to get a medical diagnostic done. Now, the medical diagnostic came back with the results, and the owner uploaded these results into ChatGPT and asked, considering all of the above, what is happening? Now, of course, ChatGPT stated, I'm not a veterinarian, but this is what some noticeable abnormalities might be, and this is what might be causing them. And the thing that might be causing it might be a tick-borne disease. So the owner went to another vet for a second opinion. They did some tests, and it turned out that the dog did have this tick-borne disease, and we're happy to report that the pup is started on some proper treatment and that she has almost made a full recovery now. So that is wonderful. Oh, dogs, amazing. I think it's also really cool from, and this is not medical advice at all, or like, please don't, think about this as medical advice, but I think it's really neat that we're starting to see applications like this and applications in the future be used to empower people for their healthcare, starting with animals. Is that animal testing? Anyways, I think that many people do struggle for advocating and feeling empowered in their own medical journey. And I think that this might be an interesting space that we will see potentially grow in the years to come. And in my life this week, a few exciting things have been happening. The first is I did a share and learn for my consulting company, in which I did a demonstration and a knowledge share all about ChatGPT and how we can potentially use it as consultants, plus a critical thinking framework that we can apply when we start to use this tool. I also tested out Studio AI, which you give this platform a bunch of selfies and it will generate business professional photos for you to use for places like LinkedIn. I had my partner look at them and I created a video for it. And I think it will make you laugh if you need to laugh. It should be coming in the pipeline soon. And lastly, based on a wonderful comment I got from my last Sunday news video, I have begun gratitude journaling. So thank you to the user who left this comment, because I was a bit of Bitter Betty on the bus to Frowntown. So I've integrated gratitude journaling this week, and that is what I'm going to do after this video. So thanks for watching. If you like this content and want more Sunday news each week, go ahead and press like, press subscribe. It would help a lot. And thank you very much. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.